Picture this: a phone rings, an ex tries to worm his way back, again, and Taylor Swift, yes, the Taylor Swift, has officially had enough. This isn't just a breakup song, it's the ultimate mic drop, the definitive I'm out anthem. We're talking about We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, a track that redefined walking away for good. Get ready, because this story isn't just about a song, it's about a woman finding her power, leaving toxic cycles in the dust, and inspiring millions to do the same. This is the tale of Taylor Swift saying never ever with finality, sass, and pure pop genius. It's 2010. Taylor is navigating a whirlwind romance with a certain actor, let's call him Mr. Brooding Scarf. Their relationship was complicated. One moment, passionate in public, the next, a dramatic, late-night phone call culminating in another official breakup. Taylor, ever the romantic, always hoped this time it would stick. But like a broken record, the cycle continued. They'd split, swear it was over, only for one of them to inevitably reach out, starting the whole toxic dance all over again. Taylor's friends had front row seats to this emotional roller coaster. 3 weeks later. Just when Taylor thought she was finally moving on, there it was, a text, a call, an unexpected visit. I miss you. Can we talk? The irresistible pull of a familiar comfort, even if that comfort was chaotic. Taylor, with her heart on her sleeve, would often find herself reluctantly pulled back into the drama, convinced that this time, things would be different. Her friends, bless their hearts, would just shake their heads. They'd seen this movie before, and they knew how it ended, or rather, how it didn't end. Taylor's inner circle became unwitting therapists. Every time Mr. Brooding Scarf re-entered the picture, they'd prep for the inevitable meltdown. They loved her, of course, but their patience was wearing thin. Imagine being told, yet again, about the same dramatic fight, the same heartfelt apology, the same temporary reunion. They just wanted to see their friend happy, truly happy, not stuck in this revolving door of emotional whiplash. They knew she deserved better, and they certainly weren't shy about saying it. One crisp autumn afternoon, Taylor met up with her besties at a cozy Nashville coffee shop. Steam rose from their mugs as she recounted the latest installment of her love life saga. She described another breakup, another emotional plea from him, another flicker of hope in her own heart. But this time, something was different. As she spoke, she realized the exhaustion outweighing the hope. A new flicker, one of defiance, ignited in her eyes. It was a subtle shift, but it was there, a quiet promise to herself forming amidst the latte art. Fast forward a bit. Taylor's in a recording studio, totally in the zone, working on new music. Then, the phone rings. It's him. Again. Hey, I just wanted to tell you how much I miss you. This is so hard. He wants to get back together, wants to talk, wants to rewind time. But Taylor is done. As she listened, a monumental shift happened. The endless cycle, the drama, the heartache, it all flashed before her eyes. This wasn't love, it was a loop. And she was about to cut the cord for good. While on the phone, a co-writer was present, listening to the half of the conversation Taylor was having. He witnessed the entire dramatic monologue from Mr. Brooding Scarf, and Taylor's growing exasperation. When she finally hung up, turning to her co-writer, a phrase just popped out of her mouth, dripping with pure, unadulterated annoyance and finality: "We are never ever getting back together." That was it. The moment of truth. The phrase that would soon become a global anthem. It wasn't a question, it was a declaration. The air in the studio crackled. Taylor wasn't just annoyed, she was invigorated. That phrase, born of sheer exasperation, sparked an immediate creative fire. It was raw, honest, and undeniably catchy. The emotional burden of the relationship transformed into pure artistic energy. Forget heartbreak ballads for a moment, this was about turning frustration into empowerment. It was clear right then and there, this wasn't going to be a mournful reflection. This was going to be a triumphant, unapologetic clapback, delivered with a smile. Enter MaxMartin and Shellback. the legendary Swedish producers known for crafting pop masterpieces. They were in the room, witnessing Taylor's pivotal never ever declaration. Instead of just sympathizing, they saw gold. Together, these three would channel Taylor's specific, relatable frustration into a universal, chart-topping hit. It was an instant connection of creative minds, all sensing the immense potential in that simple, yet profound, statement. This wasn't just a songwriting session, it was history in the making. MaxMartin, with his unparalleled ear for pop perfection, immediately recognized the magic. He heard the exasperation, the melody, the sheer catchiness. He reportedly turned to Taylor and said, "This is a smash." He understood that this wasn't just personal venting, it was universally relatable. Everyone has had an ex they wished would just stay gone. Max saw the power in that raw, emotional authenticity, combined with a ridiculously infectious hook. He knew, right then, that they had a #1 hit on their hands. Shellback, the other half of the Swedish hit-making duo, quickly jumped in, adding his signature touch to the production and arrangement. He helped shape the playful, upbeat sound that perfectly matched Taylor's newfound defiance. They worked fast, the energy in the room electric. It wasn't about dwelling on the past, it was about celebrating the liberation of finally being done. Shellback's rhythmic genius ensured the song was not just a message, but a danceable, sing-along experience that would stick in everyone's head. The lyrics came fast, pulled directly from Taylor's real-life conversations and frustrations. Every specific detail, every exasperated every eye-roll-worthy moment from the relationship found its place. They crafted verses that felt like an overheard conversation, making it instantly relatable. This wasn't just poetic metaphor, it was conversational realism, turning specific drama into universal truth. They nailed the tone, a mix of fed-up annoyance and absolute, joyful certainty that she was making the right choice. And then there's that bridge. The spoken word part where Taylor perfectly mimics the ex's ridiculous last-ditch efforts to get back together. "I remember when we broke up, the first time, I was like, this is it, I'm never talking to you again. And you called me up, like, I still love you, and I was like, this is exhausting, like, we are never getting back together. Like, ever." It's pure genius, capturing the absurdity of the cycle and solidifying her finality with a smirk. It's the definitive moment of empowerment. What makes "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together" so brilliant is its unwavering tone. This isn't a sad breakup song filled with tears and longing. Oh no. This is pure, unadulterated sass, annoyance, and joyful liberation. Taylor isn't crying over him, she's laughing at the absurdity of the situation and celebrating her freedom. It's a powerful shift, signaling her evolution from the heartbroken girl to a confident woman who knows her worth and isn't afraid to demand it. This was Taylor taking control of her narrative. With the lyrics and melody firmly in place, they quickly laid down a demo. The raw energy of that initial recording session was palpable. Taylor's voice, brimming with newfound confidence and a hint of playful defiance, brought the words to life. The demo itself was a complete thought, full of the character and charm that would make the final version a hit. It's rare for a demo to capture such a distinct personality, but this one did, proving the immediate potency of the song's message and delivery. From the very beginning, Taylor had a clear vision for the music video. It had to be as fun, chaotic, and definitive as the song itself. She wanted to capture the absurdity of the on-again, off-again relationship with vibrant, quirky visuals. Imagine a party, a band, a living room, and a parade of exes, all culminating in one grand, final statement of independence. It wasn't just a video, it was an extension of the song's empowering narrative, a visual representation of finally saying goodbye. For the music video, Taylor needed someone to play the generic, yet recognizable, ex. They cast an actor who perfectly embodied the archetype, a bit aloof, a little clueless, and ultimately, unable to take a hint. The ex wasn't meant to be a direct representation of Jake Gyllenhaal, not yet, but rather a stand-in for anyone who's ever tried to reel you back in when you're clearly done. This choice made the video universally relatable, allowing viewers to project their own past relationship woes onto the character. This song was the perfect lead single for Taylor's upcoming album, Red. The album itself was a kaleidoscope of emotions: confusion, jealousy, frustration, and passion. WANEGBT encapsulated the raw, often tumultuous, aspect of love that Red explored. It was a bold statement, announcing a new, more pop-leaning sound for Taylor and setting the stage for one of her most iconic eras. This wasn't just a track, it was the explosive start to a new chapter, painting the album in vibrant, fiery hues. On August 13, 2012, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together exploded onto the scene as the lead single from Red. The anticipation was immense, and the song did not disappoint. It immediately broke records, becoming Taylor's first single to top the Billboard Hot 100. Fans and critics alike were instantly hooked by its infectious melody and unapologetic message. It wasn't just a song release, it was a cultural event, signaling a powerful shift in Taylor's musical direction and personal narrative. It became an instant earworm. The song didn't just top charts, it demolished them. It achieved the highest one-week digital sales for a song by a female artist in history at the time, selling over 623,000 downloads in its first week alone. This wasn't just a hit, it was a phenomenon, proving that Taylor's venture into mainstream pop was a resounding success. It resonated with millions worldwide, transcending genres and solidifying her status as a global superstar. The numbers spoke for themselves, loud and clear. Just days after the single's release, the iconic music video premiered. And it was everything Taylor promised: colorful, chaotic, and brimming with personality. Shot in a single take with jump cuts, it brought the lyrics to life with a quirky band, impromptu living room concerts, and, of course, the parade of the clueless ex. The visual gags and expressive storytelling amplified the song's message, making it an instant fan favorite and racking up millions of views overnight. It was the perfect visual mic drop to match the auditory one. One of the video's most talked about moments comes during the bridge, where Taylor famously delivers the spoken word part in a mock-exasperated tone. And then, there's that subtle dig: "I'm listening to some indie record that's much cooler than mine." This line, often delivered with a playful eye roll, was a clear wink to fans, referencing the ex's supposed cooler taste in music. It's these small, snarky details that made the song so personal yet so universally understood, a perfect blend of specificity and relatability that only Taylor can achieve. Now, let's talk about Mr. Brooding Scarf, or as the world soon realized, Jake Gyllenhaal. While Taylor never explicitly confirmed he was the subject, the clues were undeniable, from scarf references to shared moments documented by paparazzi. Imagine being the inspiration for a global smash hit that publicly declares you're never getting back together. Ouch. He likely wasn't thrilled, but what could he do? Taylor had reclaimed her narrative, put her foot down, and thousands of fans joined her in stomping out past relationships. Though Taylor famously avoids naming names directly in interviews, the context and lyrical hints in "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together" left little doubt. Fans, armed with their detective skills, quickly pieced together the timeline and details, confirming Jake Gyllenhaal as the clear inspiration. It wasn't just speculation, it became a commonly accepted fact among Swifties and pop culture enthusiasts. This public reveal only amplified the song's power, turning a private frustration into a universally recognized moment of celebrity drama and triumph. For Taylor, releasing this song wasn't just about a hit, it was a profound act of self-liberation. It was her definitive statement, not just to one person, but to herself, that she was done with the on-again, off-again dynamic. The public declaration brought a wave of relief and a surge of empowerment. She was no longer a victim of a tumultuous romance, she was the architect of her own peace. It was a moment of absolute clarity, cementing her decision and allowing her to finally move forward. "We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together" immediately resonated with millions of listeners worldwide. Everyone had a Mr. Brooding Scarf in their past, someone who just couldn't take a hint. The song gave voice to the frustration, the exhaustion, and the ultimate relief of finally cutting ties. It became an anthem for anyone who needed to declare their independence from a toxic relationship, offering a soundtrack for their own walk-away moment. It was more than catchy, it was therapeutic. This song isn't just about breaking up, it's about the power of setting boundaries and refusing to compromise your peace. It's a masterclass in definitive action, showing that sometimes, the only way forward is to completely close the door. No lingering what-ifs, no maybe someday. Just a firm, joyful, never ever. Taylor taught us that walking away for good isn't a sign of weakness, it's a profound act of self-respect and strength. It's about drawing a line in the sand and sticking to it, no matter how many times the phone rings. In the years since We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, Taylor has consistently embodied the spirit of the song. She's moved forward, built an empire, and clearly understood the importance of not revisiting past dynamics that didn't serve her. The song became a personal mantra, a public vow. It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the best thing you can do for yourself is to keep that door firmly shut, allowing new, healthier opportunities and relationships to enter your life. Taylor showed us how to truly move on. This song marked a significant turning point in Taylor's career and public persona. It was a bold declaration of independence, both from a relationship and from the heartbroken country singer narrative. She embraced pop, injected humor and sass into her songwriting, and took undeniable control of her story. WANEGBT wasn't just a hit, it was a statement of evolution, transforming her image from victim to victor, from vulnerable to vivacious. This was the moment she truly became a global pop force. Beyond its musical success, WANEGBT became a cultural phenomenon, especially with its spoken-word bridge. The ever line in the entire exasperated monologue quickly became meme gold. Fans replicated it, parodied it, and celebrated it, further cementing the song's place in pop culture history. It transcended being just a song, it became a shared inside joke, a shorthand for anyone who's had enough. This massive engagement proved its emotional resonance, turning a personal experience into a collective pop culture moment. Performing We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together live is an experience in itself. The crowd erupts, singing along to every word, especially the iconic bridge. It's a communal moment of shared defiance and joy. Taylor's infectious energy on stage amplifies the song's message, creating an electric atmosphere where thousands of people celebrate their own personal never-ever moments. These performances aren't just concerts, they're group therapy sessions, united in the power of walking away for good. Even years later, with the release of Red, Taylor's version, and its From the Vault tracks, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together remains a timeless classic. It's a testament to the song's enduring message and impeccable songwriting. It hasn't aged today, still sounding fresh and relevant, proving that the power of walking away for good is a universal, everlasting truth. Revisiting it now, it feels even more poignant, a reminder of the journey Taylor, and her fans, have taken to self-acceptance and empowerment. So, what can we learn from Taylor's ultimate walk-away anthem? Plenty. It teaches us to recognize toxic patterns, to listen to our gut feelings, and most importantly, to prioritize our own peace and well-being. It's okay to say no to endless cycles of drama. It's okay to put your foot down. And it's more than okay to celebrate your liberation with a ridiculously catchy pop song. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is to acknowledge when something is truly over, and then, simply, move on. We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together isn't just a nostalgic throwback, it's a living, breathing anthem of empowerment that continues to inspire. It reminds us that our worth isn't tied to someone else's inability to commit, and that choosing ourselves is always the right choice. Its legacy lies in its ability to give strength to anyone grappling with a similar situation, proving that it's perfectly acceptable, and even awesome, to walk away for good. The song is a beacon of self-respect. Ultimately, this song is about definitive farewells. It's about the courage to cut emotional ties, to shut down the endless cycles, and to finally declare your independence with conviction. It's the sound of liberation, of clarity, and of finally choosing yourself above the drama. Taylor gave us the perfect soundtrack for saying goodbye to bad habits and even worse exes, making it clear that some doors are meant to be slammed shut for good. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Looking back, WANEGBT wasn't just a song, it was a pivotal moment in Taylor Swift's personal journey toward unshakable self-respect. It was her shedding the expectation of being the nice girl who always gave second chances, and embracing the fierce woman who knew her boundaries. This song gave her, and countless others, the vocabulary to articulate that often difficult decision to prioritize personal peace over persistent chaos. It was a declaration of autonomy, marking a critical step in her evolution as an artist and as a woman. One of the most profound aspects of walking away for good, as highlighted by this song, is the clarity that distance brings. When you're caught in the cycle, it's hard to see things objectively. But once you step back, once you create that space, the truth often becomes crystal clear. You realize that what felt like love was actually a tangled web of confusion and instability. Never ever perfectly captures that aha moment of realization, providing the soundtrack for untangling yourself from the mess and seeing the situation for what it truly was. It takes immense courage to break a cycle, especially one that's familiar and perhaps even comfortable in its dysfunction. "We are never ever getting back together" is a battle cry for that courage. It acknowledges the difficulty, this is exhausting, but emphasizes the absolute necessity of self-preservation. It teaches us that you have the power to stop the merry-go-round, to step off, and to refuse to get back on, no matter how tempting or familiar the ride might seem. Breakups aren't failures, staying in a harmful cycle is. Beyond the sass and the frustration, WANEGBT ultimately communicates a profound sense of joy and liberation. The joy that comes with the weight being lifted, the freedom found in making a tough but necessary decision. It's the exhale after holding your breath for too long. Taylor's playful vocals and the upbeat melody don't minimize the pain of a breakup, instead, they celebrate the release from it. It's a reminder that even after heartbreak, true happiness awaits when you choose to walk away for good and embrace your independence. So, whether you're jamming out in your car, or silently affirming your independence after a tough split, "We are never ever getting back together" remains the ultimate declaration. It's more than a catchy tune, it's a masterclass in drawing a line in the sand, loud and proud, for the entire world to hear. Taylor Swift gave us the definitive anthem for finally, unequivocally, and joyfully walking away for good. And for that, we can all say thank you, Taylor. What's your never ever story? Let us know in the comments below.